Hello everybody. Today we have a lecture in the name of body fluid and electrolyte. In the last lecture we take an introduction about biochemistry and other terms. Today we have body fluid and electrolyte. As we know, our body composed of two type of material, solids and water. About 50 to 70% of total body weight is liquid. Just 30 to 50% of body is a solid, which it is a chemicals. And this water change depend or from many parameters. For example, gender and degree of obesity and age. The fluids of the body are primarily composed of water, which in turn contain a multitude of substances, including this substance. Yani our body, mainly it's a water that contain a chemical substance like electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, magnesium, phosphate, chloride, and so others, and metabolites such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, glucose, urea, uric acid, creatinine, and so others. Proteins such as coagulation factor, which enhance the coagulation of blood in wound, and immunoglobulins, albumin, and virus hormones are found in body fluid. The distribution of various fluid compartments in the body paramount paramount for the maintenance of health, function, and survival. For example, for the average 70 kilogram man, 60% of total body weight is compressed of water. And it means 60% of total body weight from the man is water, which it is maybe equal from a person that his body mass index or his body mass 70 kilogram, about 42 liter. This percent can change depending on age, as I mentioned for you, depending on the age, gender, and degree of obesity. As a person grows older, the percentage of total body weight that is gradually decrease. It means the percentage of body water decreased by increasing the age. Look, by increasing the age, started from the 8% to 7%, 70%, from the 65%, 50% to 60% in adult male, and in adult female is about 50%. That's mean women contain slightly less water than men. Why? Because women contain more fat than men. And aging is usually associated with an increased percentage of body weight being fat. It means fat the aging is increased. It is due to decrease the percentage of water in the body. So I say that women normally have more body fat than men. Therefore, they contain slightly less water than men in proportion to their body weight. The body fluid separate into two main compartments. Look here. This is cell, body cell. The intracellular fluid, what it means, the fluid that it is found inside of the cell, and extracellular fluid, the fluid outside of the cell. Intracellular fluid compartment represent two-third part, per three part of our body, and extracellular fluid is 1/3 part of the total body fluid in our body. The extracellular fluid volume is comprised to two spaces. The interstitial fluid. Interstitial fluid, it means between cell. Interstitial fluid and plasma. The plasma that found in blood, in plasma volume fluid. Look for this diagram. The total body water. If a man have 70 kilogram, 42 liter is his total body weight. We can calculate total body weight by multiplying 0.6 total body weight by multiplying 6.6 multiplied by the body weight. To obtain the percentage of total body water. Total body water. This is total body water. This 0.6 is a percentage of fluid that body contain. Um, it mean have 40. And if multiply 0.6 to 70, the result is 42 liter of water, and it is distributed to extracellular fluid and intracellular fluid. Intracellular fluid represent two from the three and 2 per 3 total body weight. It means 28 liter from this 42 liter. And extracellular cellular fluid volume represent 1.1 per 3 of total body weight. It means 14 liters, and it's also divided in interstitial and plasma and transcellular fluid also. This is the distribution of fluid between different compartments in our body. Plasma is the only fluid compartment that exists as a real fluid collection all in one species, like for example in blood. In blood, it's different from the interstitial fluid by its higher protein content, and its function is transportation. And it is the function of plasma, which contain high protein, and also have transportation function in our body. Ingestion and extraction. Ingestion, it means input of water to the body, and excretion, it elimination water in our body. Of water and electrolyte are under tight regulation to maintain constant total body water and total body osmolarity in our body. It is very, very necessary to maintain body the content of water by different mechanism, by injection or by excretion. We have a daily intake water. Water is added to the body by two major source. Input or added water to our body. It is ingested in the form of liquid or water in beverage or in food. In the food, which together normally added about 2,100 ml per day, about 2 liter and half 2 liter and half ml of 2.5 liter of water daily. It is inputted through the ingested food and water from the different beverage like tea, like water, and so other beverages. And also other source of daily intake water. It is synthesized in the body as a result of oxidation of carbohydrate. When carbohydrate oxidizes in our body, it produces energy and carbon dioxide, and also a molecule of water. This water, it's called an endogenous adding of water to our body. Therefore, we have two main source of body water: the extragenous source, which it is come from the food and beverages, and intracellular or intra. We have exogenous source and endogenous source. The water that coming from the oxidation of carbohydrate in our body. The daily loss of body water, for example, it is continuously water lost by evaporation from the respiration. When we doing respiration, the water get out through our respiratory system, and the water loss through the skin when it's occur in the sweating. and water loss in the feces, but it's, only a small amount of water normally is lost in the feces. So the remaining water and the large proportion of water is excreted from the body by the kidney, from the urine. It's occur in the urine, excreted by the kidney, filtered out kidney by different glomerular, and from the body to out. Okay. Circulating of the body fluid, circulating of the body fluid are circulating inside the body طبعا from the blood circulation. They transport nourishment to the cell. Blood circulate inside the blood vessel by the pumping of the heart. يعني heart pumping blood to the blood circulate to the blood vessels, and the blood and other which it is form of the fluid circulated in our body. The rate of blood flow, look, the rate of blood flow varies from 0.1 to 1 meter per second. From 0.1 to 1 meter per second, depending on what? Depending on the diameter of blood vessel, depending on the diameter of the blood vessel. So there's many samples obtained from the biological fluids. The samples that obtained from the biological fluid, body fluids such as blood, cerebrospinal fluid, and saliva contain normally a cell. However, in other fluid, cells are contaminated or contamination. Uh, Cells in the urine may indicate a disease process. And normally there is no cell in urine, but if the cell found in urine, it means this person have a disease. So the study of enzyme and other biomolecule, the study of enzyme and other biomolecule in fluid, such fluid also required to separation of the two compartments. Two compartments are a cell and liquid. Cell and liquid. So the simple centrifugation steps, which it is have 5,000 gram per minute, يعني rotate per minute, which will produce a pellet containing most of the cellular material. It is precipitated under the test tube, while the supernatant, يعني the app of the separatory, supernatant is a part of the app of the separatory part. The supernatant produced by centrifugation can be assayed for the enzymatically active protein and other biochemical parameters. So if we take it blood, if we drawing blood from the blood vein by vein puncture, after then if we let blood, it's due to clotting. If we centrifugated the clotting blood, and the normal clotting is about 15 to 13 minutes at room temperature. But if the tube contain enhancement or activator, maybe a clotting factor stimulated from the 5 to 10 seconds. After clotting the blood, was centrifugation done. Centrifugation done. The supernatant, it's called serum. Supernatant, it's called serum. But if after drawing blood, the blood not clotting, by adding anticoagulant factors or anticoagulant agent, there is different type of anticoagulant agent, like natural anticoagulant heparin, and synthesized or chemical anticoagulant like EDTA, ethylene dimethyl, EDTA, ethylene dimethyl tetraacetic acid. It's called chelating agent, and it's an synthesized or chemical anticoagulant, and not allow blood to clot. If we centrifugate unclotting blood, the supernatant, it's called plasma. So this is the preparation of plasma and serum. The main differences of the plasma and serum: plasma contain coagulant factor because they not work to coagulation the blood, while the serum not contain coagulant factor and also not contain cellulars. So we have, when we mention the term of body fluid, there is another term which is called electrolyte. Electrolytes are a solute. Electrolytes are a solute compound that do separate into a charged particle called ions. For example, when sodium hydroxide or salt dissolve it in water, it is produce an electrically connecting medium. An electrically connecting medium. The solution, it's called electrolyte. Why? Because the salt, sodium hydrochloride salt, separated into the charged particle, which is called ion. There is two type of ion: positively charged ion, which it is called cation, and negatively charged ion, which is called anion. In nutrition, the term refers to essential minerals, minerals found in the blood, sweat, and urine. When these minerals dissolve in fluid, they form electrolyte. As I say, electrolyte, and electrical connecting medium. Therefore, or hence, the term of electrolyte is used, and the salt is dissolved or dissociated to ion molecule, which it is a positively charged molecule. It's called cations, and negatively charged molecule, which it's called anions. So this is the main electrolyte found in our body: sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. This is the cations. It's mean positively charged ion. It is mean positively charged ion have positive charge. And so anions, including chloride, bicarbonate, sulfate, phosphate, sometimes also protein, have negatively charged ion, but it is not a part of the electrolyte, but it is an biomolecules that have sometime charged molecule. The amount of each of the following uh, electrolyte in our body, it's written in this column. For example, in a milli equivalent per liter, there is 140 milliequivalent per liter sodium in the plasma or in the serum also, and 4 milliequivalent per liter potassium, 5 milliequivalent per liter calcium, 1.5 milliequivalent per liter magnesium, and 105 milliequivalent per liter chloride, 24 milliequivalent per liter bicarbonate, 1 milliequivalent per liter sulfate, 2 milliequivalent per liter of phosphate. This is the amount of the different type of electrolyte in our body. These electrolytes are required for various body process, and it is an important chemical in our body. The most process that require the electrolyte, including nerve and muscle function, and maintaining acid-base balance, so maintaining the body temperature also, and balancing and keeping the hydrated. It means the amount of water, and maintains the body water, in addition to another, for example, enhance transmission of nerve impulses, and muscle contraction and relaxation, and so other biophysiological function in our body require the presence of those electrolytes. For example, heart also require potassium for the regulation of heartbeat and heart muscle, and so other electrolyte also have the different important function for our body. Dehydration is an disease, or uh, situation is a hypertonic extracellular deficit. It mean cell present in hypertonic solution. After a little minute, I explain for you what's meant by a hypertonic solution. When water loss is greater than electrolyte loss. Look, when water loss it's greater than electrolyte loss, or when more electrolyte are taken in the remaining fluid in hypertonic, water move out of the cell, it means water move out of the cell and to dilute the extracellular fluid and causes dehydration, which the more situation that call it dehydration, including hyperglycemia, diarrhea, sweating, vomiting, and other abnormality situation due to dehydration. Look, the importance of osmoregulation, there is a three situation of the solution: hypertonic solution, isotonic solution, and hypotonic solution. This is the cell. This is the cell in the different type of solutions. Look, in the hypertonic solution, the solution outside of the cell is more concentrated than the inside of the cell. That means the electrolyte in the outside of the cell, it is high concentration. For example, when a person take in a day more amount of the salt, sodium chloride, salt sodium chloride, that's due to what? That is due to increase the concentration of electrolyte in the extracellular fluid by remaining constantly water. And water will move out of the cell. Water moved out of the cell by osmosis and causing to the shrink of the cell. This is the shrinking of the cell and die of the cell. And this is also occurred in the vomiting and diarrhea, when the liquid it's lost freely in our body without losing of the electrolyte. So other solution is isotonic. Isotonic solution is a normal saline solution. Is a normal solution that the amount, the solution inside the cell has the same concentration as the outside of the cell. And water will move in and out of the cell at equal rate, and a cell have the normal shape and normal function. The isotonic solution, and there is no difference of the amount of electrolyte inside and outside of the cell, and the cell have normal function and normal shape. But hypotonic solution is reverse to the hypertonic solution. The hypotonic solution, the solution outside of the cell has lower concentration than inside of the cell. Water will move into the cell by osmosis, sometime causing it is to burst and the die of the bursts. Yani the intra of the cell, it is removing from the outside to the cell, and due to the die and death of the cell. We have assessment of dehydration, and dehydration causes or occur in the hypertonic solution. The assessment of dehydration, we have fluid skin, dry mucosal membrane, and increased body temperature, and weight loss occur as assessment of the dehydration. Today, it is enough for the today, and in the inshallah next lecture, we take a different electrolyte in the different situation, in the different disease, in the normal state, and I wish of all of for you good luck and goodbye.